I'm getting a vision of a red-headed girl. This red-headed girl, whenever she was young, she reminded me of the girl off of Willy Wonka that always wanted her way. She was the one that wanted the golden egg or the golden goose, the goose that laid the egg. She didn't just want a goose egg. She wanted the whole goose. And she climbed up on top of the device that chose whether or not the goose was good or bad. And she was determined to be a bad egg. This is about a red-headed girl that was indulged, that was overindulged as a child, allowed to do whatever they wanted. Probably only answered to their parents whenever their parents was around. They had a nanny and they can manipulate situations to get their way because their parents wasn't really around. This is about a little red-headed girl that turned into an entitled red-headed woman. Keep your temper, oh red-headed woman. I'm going to call this red-headed woman Alice. Because I'm starting to wonder why Alice thinks that Alice, it's not above reproach. See, Alice thinks that because Alice was pampered as a child, even all the way up to now, that they can throw their temper around at anybody at any time. They can manipulate a situation to get their way. That's why they think that they're powerful. They feel like that they have wisdom and power because they were pampered as a child. If they wanted a new cell phone, and back then I hear, redhead woman, it was hard to get cell phones. Got it. New game systems, the newest dolls, the newest dollhouses, the flashy cars. And now you're an untamed adult woman with a temper. I see a red-headed woman with a temper. Don't allow anger to rule you, Alice. What's Alice so angry about if Alice got her way all the time? Well, Alice is angry because Alice is scared. Alice is scared because Alice realized, like I said, her power was only in the fact that she threw tantrums as a child and got her way. She's trying to remember how powerful that she is. Alice don't remember that it wasn't her that had the power. It was the power of the money that her parents had. Alice wasn't powerful. When Alice wanted a lollipop, she didn't manifest that herself. She threw herself to the ground and kicked and screamed on the floor until she got it. It was her parents that manifested. Alice is finding out that she can't manifest on her own. So she's even more angry. She believed that it was her. That's why she got her way as a child. She really thought she had special gifts. She really drank that Kool-Aid. She really believed in the own hype that her parents gave her. And now that she's grown and nobody is there to pamper her like her parents did, Alice is wondering, where is she going to get her power from now? So I feel like Alice is drinking a lot. You know why Alice is drinking? Because when Alice was a kid, nobody told her no. So she liked drinking. Alice been drinking since she was 16, and she hasn't been able to tell herself no since then. Alice may, with the drowning, Alice may actually be drowning in her own addiction and may have brought somebody she loved into it. I feel like since there's a pet there, it could be a child, could be somebody that's youthful. It could have affected their child. They probably drank during their pregnancy. Alice probably drank during her pregnancy. And that's why her child is a little off kilter, they're telling me. The child is wonderful, shining through the mistakes of the parent. But spirit do know why your child has some problems with picking up things developmentally. Alice wanted to be queen. Alice wanted to be considered sovereign. But Alice didn't pass a certain test, Spirit says. Alice was supposed to have enough decency within her to know that once she, see, follow the white rabbit, once she conceived, she was supposed to slow up on that tasty drink that Alice liked to sip on. You see, Alice was used to being the center of attention. Remember, the only child of a family that spoiled her during there? And if she wasn't the only child, she was the baby. Overindulged, never told no. So, why would she tell herself no to drinking once she found that dizzy, tasty treat? That elating, dizzy treat. Why would Alice tell herself no? It made her feel like she was shining bright whenever she drank. And then when she woke up, there was always somebody that cleaned up the situation. So when she woke up, she never had to worry about the damage that she did in that moment. But now that everybody that was around that respected Alice, her parents, her grandparents, all the ones that took her tantrums as something that was just so cute and brushed it off. Now that Alice is a grown, entitled woman, she don't feel so worthy anymore. There's nobody around to make her feel worthy of respect. There's nobody to tell her that the nasty things that she's doing to people is something good. They're all gone. And Alice is by herself, wondering, because people starting to tell Alice that she's a fucked up individual and she treats people nasty. Now she's wondering who she is because she's been told, you're such a nice girl. You're so sweet. You do so good. You keep up with everybody. No, you don't drink too much. It's okay to drink while you're pregnant. One or two. Alice has an immense feeling that she's been left behind. A lot of the people that she grew up around, that she acted entitled. I can wear cashmere. I can wear polo. Not Polo Association, but polo. She's now figuring that she can't keep up without her parents, grandparents, and whoever else that held her up to these lies of entitlement. She's now finding out she can't keep up. She didn't use her time well, looking down her tip of her pointy nose at other people. You know what she found out? She found out that she is a Decepticon. She found out that when she thought she was special, see, I'm so rare, I'm so special. These were all things, these were all lies that her parent told her because they didn't never want her to feel inferior to a beautiful black woman. You see, Alice now don't know. She wonders in Wonderland because she don't know which way to go. She's watching so many African American, Indian, Puerto Rican, Mexican, Asian women rise and show their beauty that now she don't know where she's going to get her validation from. See, Alice is so freaking nasty that Alice never got the what? She never got that ring. She never got that ring. Law is not justice. Rules that are not fair. She ended up with a kid, no man, because she acted entitled, nasty, very, very cold to people. A lot of people call Alice Karen. And it bothers her because she thought she was making the right choices by treating those of other races like they were below her. She felt like it was okay and justified to cut off those just because they were of Mexican or Puerto Rican heritage. Aborigine? Huh. We made their lives better. This is the way Alice thought. So anybody that she came around that was of color, Alice knocked down to try to make those women of color feel less than who she is. Now Alice is falling. She's falling. She fell victim to her own hype. She don't know which way to go. She don't feel like she's rising. She has no momentum to change. She don't know how to change because everybody told Alice that she was right. All they did was stroke her pretty red hair and told her everything's going to be perfect for you because you're Alice. Look at your ivory skin. You can drink as much as you want. Nobody will look at you as sinful. You have ivory skin. While she judged women of color about everything. If they had money, Alice would assume that they must be selling stardust. Or cocaine dust. Y'all know. Put it how y'all want. That's the way Alice was. If she seen anybody of color that had money, she definitely expressed herself, but it was always something very critical. A black woman, an Asian woman, a Puerto Rican woman, an Aboriginal woman couldn't have these things unless they was with a drug dealer or was drug dealing themselves. You see, Alice was caught up in a wonderland, and they kept her there. They didn't want her to move forward. They didn't want her to see that there was a reason to be grateful for other women of color. Women of color have brought so many things into this world that made Alice's life very, very flexible and comfortable. But nobody stopped to tell Alice that. Alice can't go back to yesterday. Alice was taught a lot of things of the United States of America, which was she's right because she is. And also that those are eating off of the government while she gets to build it, live off of it. It was all them that did this. She believed this. She believes this. You see, Alice still believes that Trump will become president again. But guess what, Alice? Spirit says you cannot go back to yesterday. And that bright-eyed, doughy, innocent expression, trying to act like you don't know that you're being a racist, trying to act like you don't know that you're stuck in the past and you want people to just focus on you and there's no other races that's more beautiful than your ivory skin. You're starting to realize that don't nobody give a fuck of who you are. Forgetting who you are. Don't nobody give a fuck, little redhead. Conditioning falls away. It's time for you to realize skin don't matter. Your nasty ass attitude do. You stay so focused on resisting. Long as you had this anarchy of this family that stood behind you with this nonsense that white is right. You did this. So now you can undo it. You can figure out, Alice, how to bring happiness back to your world. By maybe, realizing that you was wrong. Maybe realizing that your family gaslit you and got you wrapped up in a whole racist rant that you call life. Yeah, because we all got a little something in our family that's fucked up. But first, to fix it, it starts with fixing yourself. That was the generational curse you were supposed to break. Have you broke it yet? Or do you still sit on your high horse, little Miss Redhead, trying to judge others that you don't ever know how to walk in their shoes? You would never be able to make it in their shoes. Because remember, you were spoon-fed. Everything you wanted came right to you. But you could be a leader. You could be a leader if you didn't follow behind so much of the things